Hi guys, it's Alicia again, and today I am back with another super easy recipe for you. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to make pizza dough. This pizza dough is about as easy as you can get. It has 2 ingredients in it. And even though it only has 2 ingredients, this pizza dough turns out just really delicious. I try to make this pizza probably, I don't know, every couple of weeks or so, because the whole family loves it and it's just so easy to make. So let's get started with the 2 ingredients that you're going to need to make your pizza dough. And those are simply self-rising flour and low-fat Greek yogurt. And you want to get the plain Greek yogurt. Doesn't matter what brand, whatever your preference is. This one is from Cabot Creamery, and I find that it works pretty well to make this dough. As for the flour, you can use any type of self-rising flour that you want. I just got the generic here. And if you don't have self-rising flour, that's okay too. You can use regular flour, but what you're going to have to do is add baking powder and salt to it in the right proportions. So an example would be 1 cup of flour. You would need to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And that's all you need to do to make your own self-rising flour, but just buying it already done is a much easier way to do it as far as I'm concerned. You just need your 2 simple ingredients to make your pizza dough. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make this pizza dough. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do to make our dough is to put in our 1 cup of yogurt. And then we're going to put 1.5 cups of our self-rising flour. And then we're going to just kind of mix this together. And you want to just mix this until you get all the flour kind of incorporated in with the yogurt. Okay, now when you get it to where it looks about like that, we're gonna put a little bit of flour. And we're gonna dump our dough onto the counter. And now we're gonna just knead this. You're going to want to knead this for about 3 to 5 minutes. I probably did somewhere around 5. And when you're done, you're going to end up with a nice dough ball, just like this. And this amount will make about 1 large pizza. Now we like our pizza crust a little more on the thin side, so what I actually can do with this ball is get a large pizza and then a small also out of this amount of dough. But if you like more regular thickness of crust, you would probably want to use this ball for just 1 large pizza. But since I'm going to do a large and a small, I'm going to go ahead and pinch off a little piece of the dough. And set that aside for my small pizza. And then I'm gonna put some more flour down. And I'm gonna get my rolling pin, a little flour on that. And then I'm gonna roll out my dough ball. Now, this does not have to be pretty. Mine never is. You can do any shape you want. For my large pizza, I like to use a cookie sheet, which is a baker's half sheet size. And here is what I use to do my large pizza. So I try to get my dough to be roughly that size. And again, it's not going to be perfect, but it doesn't need to be either. About this dough is you can pull pieces off, move it around to fit whatever it is you're trying to fit as far as the vessel you're going to be putting it in. And I think that is about good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on this. Okay, now that I've got a little olive oil on the bottom of my baking sheet, I'm just going to move my dough. And place it on the cookie sheet. And now that I've got it on here, I can kind of manipulate it around a little bit, stretch it to fit the sheet. One of the nice things about this dough is it's, once you've got it all kneaded, it's pretty malleable and you can just kind of move it around to fit how you want it. And again, it doesn't need to be perfect, so I'm not gonna worry too much about how this is on here. And that is all there is to making this pizza dough. It's super easy. Now, I should add that while you're doing all this, you want to turn on your oven to 400 degrees. So after you make your pizza dough, the next step is to make your pizza. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make your pizza sauce. Now, you can either make it or you can just buy pre-made pizza sauce, or even like a spaghetti sauce would work. But I just make mine. It's really, really simple and pretty quick. So I will show you how to do that. Okay, what I do to make my pizza sauce is I take a can of tomato paste and I just dump it in a pot. And then I'm going to take this and fill it up with water. Dump that in there. Then I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil and I just dump some in. And when I make this pizza sauce, I just dump pretty much everything in. I don't measure anything. But I'm going to put a little olive oil in. Probably about a tablespoon. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of granulated garlic. some oregano. Basil. And about a teaspoon of sugar. Then I'm gonna just turn this on low and whisk it up real quick. And once I get this all stirred together, I'm just gonna let it sit here and simmer, and that's all I do to make my pizza sauce. Okay, now that I've got my pizza sauce made, I went ahead and got all of my other toppings that I'm gonna put on my pizza here. And I'll just show you what we're gonna put on this one. I'm gonna put some part skim shredded mozzarella on there. I had some leftover rotisserie chicken, so I just cut that up and I'm gonna put that on there. Got some olives and some red peppers sliced up, red onion, and mushrooms. So we're gonna start with the sauce, and I'm just gonna use a spatula because it goes on pretty smooth when you use a spatula. So we're just gonna put some sauce on there. Okay. Now that we've done that, we're gonna put some cheese on. And I'm gonna save the rest of this cheese for the small pizza that I'm doing. Okay, and now I'm just gonna put on the rest of the toppings that I have, starting with my veggies and ending with my chicken. Everything on this, and my oven is preheated to 400 degrees. I'm going to put this in starting at 20 minutes, and then I will check it and see if it needs to go longer. But when it is done, I will come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, and here it is done. I checked it at 20 minutes and left it in for another 5, so it took 25 minutes, but that is the finished product. Okay, and here is the cheese pizza that I did, the small one. This one took about 15 minutes to cook, and this cheese pizza is perfect for the kids if you've got kids that are picky and don't like to eat all the vegetables and stuff that are on this one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.